Right, good afternoon everyone. Hello and welcome to this short webinar to show you how to complete the electronic service logbook for the VAG brand. My name is Richard Fletcher and I am the Opus IVS 360 technical support for VAG vehicles. Opus IVS, or Intelligent Vehicle Support, a division of the Opus Group, helps independent automotive shops repair the most complex vehicle fast with diagnosis, programming, live repair guidance from OE brand specific master technicians. Opus IVS has support centres worldwide, including the United States, United Kingdom, and here in Melbourne, Australia. So, digital service schedules. There are four main real questions that come up. So, what is a digital service schedule? Why do I need to complete a digital service schedule? How do I know if a car has digital service scheduling at all or not? Or how do I complete a digital service schedule? I will take you through in this short webinar those questions and show the answers how we go through with the VAG brand. So where do I go to complete it? So to complete a digital service schedule, you need to log on to Irwin, which is the Genuine VAG Group workshop information site. It's the same login for all brands. So whether you've got Volkswagen, Audi, Skoda, likewise the same for Bentley, Lamborghini, all use the Irwin platform. So how much does it cost? To complete the digital service schedule online is completely free of charge. Free to register. And as I said there, once you have your registration, it covers you for all brands. This is the Audi screen setup, which I've got here for some pictures. All sites will look slightly different for their brand due to the cosmetics, but however, the principle and the selections are all exactly the same. Once you log in, you'll go to the products and services tab along the top line of tabs. Then you'll find on the drop down, you'll see digital service schedule in the menu. You'll then get up this screen here. So again, if you're not sure on whether this vehicle is due, has a digital service schedule, what you'll do, you'll enter the VIN number on the top picture there. So you enter the VIN just around here. Then next thing you'll check is the Open Digital Service Schedule option towards the bottom. If the vehicle does not have a digital service schedule assigned to it, then the following message will come up here in red. No digital service plans available for the VIN entered. In that case, it must have only ever been with the usual paperback book that you're used to. Obviously, if you do have a VIN number that is on a digital service schedule, this is what will come up as your next one. This will show the vehicle history from previous. So as we can see on the bottom option there was your PDI, and we can see where it was carried out. So the dealership in this instance. This one obviously is in Britain, but just the VIN number I used happened to be one from a European car for England, but you kind of get the idea. We'll then find the date of the performing action, and likewise then the mileage it was then carried out. So likewise then you'll see the middle option will be the inspection for the oil change flexible. And also there was a workshop remark, which you will then be able to hover over the magnifying glass on the left, and it'll give you that a bit more detail. Right, so now we need to fill out the maintenance schedule for our VAG side of things. So all you do is press, so that's for the top, and then we'll press down here, create maintenance table. You'll then get this screen come up, and it will then basically be step 1 of 3. So the registration date should automatically be entered. So what we need to do is put in the current mileage of the vehicle. And here. Then we click on the next button. You will always get this error message come up, but just basically press yes. That's saying you're certain you wish to continue. Basically making there's no automatic calculations, but you always just press yes on that. We'll then get step 2 of 3. So in this drop down section, you will basically click what service you're carrying out. In this instance, you've got inspection with oil change flexible. If you are just carrying out an oil change, you may find just that option to select. Likewise, if it's fixed servicing, you can click on that option if it's available to you. On the left of that, you will see there's some tick boxes, and this is equipment that comes standard from factory. We need to make sure all of these have a green tick or an empty box. You cannot have a grayed out box, it will not let you continue. Once we've gone through there, then click on next again. Now is maintenance tables step 3 of 3. What we've got is 2 separate fields here. So we've got serviced scope during the past, so stuff that's previous to the mileage you've got. And then the second option is basically events that are up in the future. Now, one thing you'd need to make a note of is basically you may find stuff is during the future. However, that may only be a few Ks or a few thousand Ks away, or even likewise a date, maybe a month or 2 ahead. It's always worth having a look to see what is due before the next service will be due. So you can advise the customer that it's due shortly or potentially within the time for the next service to be carried out. As I mentioned just now, these are the boxes, again, need to be either with a green tick or clear. A green tick will add them to the service schedule paper that comes up. At a moment, I'll show you. And if you don't want to carry that out or it's not due, you just leave it blank. But as I say, it must not have a grayed out box with a black tick. Once we're here, we click on Create. This one will create now a maintenance table. This is exactly the same as it is in a dealer network. So a dealer will have this exact same process and exactly the same sheet they will have and tick on as they go past. You can use this if you like, print it out, use that, or you can just carry on and not bother and use your own systems you use. But this is basically what you'll find will come up in the dealer. Now, what you'll find, there will be some items that will have a red dot next to them. So we can see 3 in this example. These options are one that we've selected in the previous screen to add on, so that had the green tick to add to this schedule. So basically parts of the vehicle that require replacing, like I say, spark plugs, brake fluid change, and this one's obviously got a roof insert for Panama sliding roof, so clean and grease. Again, you're adding that to this maintenance schedule. Once you've got that, you'll then create your service record. So at the moment, we've not created any digital service record. With this, you're just creating the maintenance table. So now is when we go to actually create the bit on the system that will stay on there. So towards the top, create service record. Now this is where will come up and the information that you will need to fill in. So again, current mileage should be filled in already. So order number, you'll have your job/invoice number, use your own one for that. You'll now need to fill in that. It says dealer. This is basically where you need to fill in. So that's the order number there, where you fill in. Then you've got dealer number. Now, being you're not actually obviously a physical dealer, you'll just then fill out your name and address of the company. So when, as we saw on the first screen, when it comes up, rather than having the dealer number, it will have your information. Okay. What we've got here towards the right is basically additional tasks. This is what you've added in to the maintenance table. And the repair recommendations, anything major that's been declined by the customer. There's no point putting there, you've got wiper over smearing or you've got bulb out, for example, because that's stuff that generally can get done and repaired straight away. So if, for example, the customer declines a gearbox oil change service that's due, or like I say, brake fluid, brake spark plug, stuff like that, that has been declined, you can put it on there. We got to bear in mind, this stays on there for the life of the vehicle forever. So don't put anything that you shouldn't do on there. And likewise, I say, silly stuff that shouldn't be on there that will get changed straight away. So like a bulb or anything like that. Once you then click on save print, this will basically then save that information, what you've just filled out. basically, that is it in terms of VAG side of things. So it is very simple. It's something that is very easy to go through. By all means, if you do have any issues filling these out, I'm fully willing to help you go through that. I can basically follow you up until this screen here, but likewise, if I fill any information here for ourselves here, it will come up that we've carried out the service, obviously, which we haven't. We want it to be under yourselves. So I can follow you up to this point. Obviously, once then you would then click on that save and print. Okay. Right. Are there any questions? So can you create a digital service schedule if one hasn't been done before? Now, you can go up to a certain date. I'm not exactly sure the exact date you can go up to. For example, you may, it may be towards the end of the day and you haven't got time to fill it in. You can fill it in, but obviously then you put the date of the service carried out when we go back through to the screen. If I go, go back here. Pretty sure there's a date option of when you carried it out. It may even be on this one here, actually. Oh, yeah, sorry, I've gone past here. So the date of the performing action. So you can put in there the date that it was carried out. Okay. So for example, yeah, you're 2 days behind or you've not had a chance to, you can kind of do it in bulk if that's easier. Basically, you can go in there and put the date of the actions carried out.